I covered my mirror and it's barely in the shot. Hello sunshine, it's Rachel. I'm standing today. Exciting things are happening because I'm standing. I'll stand by you. Anyways, in today's video, I am gonna be ranking all of the stage productions I've seen. I was gonna do just the ones I've seen professionally, but there are like one or two that like I have seen that were either high school or college productions, and I wanted to include them, and I kind of just decided it was all or nothing. So basically we're gonna be ranking so many plays and musicals that I have seen live. I don't know how many, but it's a lot, and I didn't feel like making my own tier list for it, because also, I mean, we saw how that went with my books. It just felt like it would be easier to just do it physically. So that's what's gonna happen. My first tier is top 5. Tier 2 is life-changing. Tier 3 is I still think about it. Still makes me think about it. Tier 4 is nice. 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 Anyways. Alright, tier 5. Still good. It's still good. Still good. Alright, tier 6. Would watch again, probably. And tier 7, I forgot the show. Sorry. There you have it. I feel like the tiers are somewhat self-explanatory. I will say, I cannot think of a stage production that I saw and didn't like. I mean, I have one that says I forgot the show, so maybe one of those, but I forgot it, so I have no idea. So all of these shows were good. I'm just ranking them from my very, very favorites to the ones that I forgot existed, which is really just a neutral thing. So we're going good to neutral. Let's get into this business. So I haven't actually written down all of the shows on Post-it notes, which is what I'm going to use, but I have written them down in my notes app. So let's get excited to have to go through that. Okay, number 1 on my list, or is in the first one, is a show called Indecent. It is life-changing. I worked at a theater for half a year, and this was the last show I saw before I left, and it was very good. It was a beautiful play. The next one is Les Mis. I'm gonna pop this into life-changing for now, but I might move it down to still think about it. It was a very good show. The production was just beautiful, all the lights and stuff. That's what I remember about it. The next is Bright Star, which honestly I considered putting in my top 5, but it's top 5 and that's like a hard one, so it's in the second tier. The next one is Anything Goes. Okay, so I also saw this at the theater I worked at. It was very good. I'm gonna put it in nice. Anyways, the next one on my list is Turn Me Loose. This is the last one that I saw at the theater that I worked at. It is about Dick Gregory. I'll look up his name. Where did I put this? Because my instinct is 3. Great, still think about it. Turn Me Loose. So it's about a comedian. His name is Dick. I just can't remember his last name. Yes, I got it right. It is Dick Gregory. Man, it's been a while since I've seen them. But it's about a comedian. His name is Dick Gregory. He was also a very big activist or leader in the civil rights movement. Okay, the next is Photograph 51. So this is about the woman who got the first picture of she got the first picture of the double helix of DNA, and then what's their faces stole it from her. I saw this as a college production at the college I went to for credit for a theater class, but it was pretty good. It was very good. It was very good. Okay, this is another show that I saw in college, like at a college production, for credit for a theater class. It was 12 Angry Jurors. It was also good. I enjoyed it. It's based off of the movie 12 Angry Men, but because there's women in it, it's now 12 Angry Jurors. Next is the last show that I saw before everything shut down. Also, just the last show I saw in general. And it's Next to Normal, which is in my top 5. We made it. Next to Normal is one of my favorite musicals. It's about a family, and they're moving through life, and the mom has bipolar disorder, and they're dealing with that. Anyways, the next one is How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying. I did not write the whole thing. I wrote a little acronym. I saw this at high school. So it's a high school performance at my high school. It is still good. It's good. Next is Mamma Mia, which, okay, so if we were ranking this and including like movie musicals, this would probably be going in my top 5, but we're not, so it's gonna go in Life Changing. The next is also a show I saw in college, but not for a credit. It's called The Single Girl's Guide, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember the plot, but I do remember enjoying it a lot, so I'm gonna put it in still good. Next is Sheer Madness, which is a show that has run at the Kennedy Center for like years. I'm gonna put it in 3, still think about it, because I do still think about it. The next one is South Pacific, which is a classic. It's a classic musical. And this is the first one to go in 6. Would watch again, probably. It's just not one of my favorites. I enjoyed the musical, and I love the song, Gotta Wash That Man Right Out of My Hair, Gotta Wash That Man Right Out of My Hair. But overall, I don't feel like I can put it higher than that. So that's where it goes. Okay, next is Cats. And I don't feel the need to explain this. Once again, I'm not actually including the movie, but I didn't really forget the show fully. I have no idea. Here's the thing. I saw this show. I don't know the plot. I don't know what's happening. I don't understand. Like there are cats. There's someone called Macavity, and that's what I know. Memory. Walking high in the moonlight, and that's what I know. So it's just in 7. There you have it. So next is Fiddler on the Roof, which is a classic. Anyways, it's a number 2. The next one is The Miracle Worker, which is a play about Helen Keller. I saw this on Broadway, actually. I liked it a lot. It was the second show I had ever seen on Broadway, and I enjoyed it. The next one is the first show I ever saw on Broadway, which is West Side Story. This is going in 4, which is nice. Just because I don't love West Side Story. It's an interpretation of Romeo and Juliet, for those who don't know. And I just don't love it. It's just not one of my favorites. And that is that. Actually, no, we're moving it to still good. Next is Grease, which I've seen, I think, twice live. Once was a high school production, but once was professional. And still think about it. Grease is a classic. And I think I like the stage production better because the movie focuses so much on like Sandy and Danny, which is like fine, but then the musical kind of spreads the focus a little bit more, which I appreciate. I feel like it puts more emotional value on some of the other songs that are in there. Legally Blonde, okay, is in my top 5. It is a great musical in my opinion. I don't even know the words to describe it. It really is just such a good story to me, and I really enjoy one of the like plot devices, I guess, is the Greek choir, which is, you know, a plot device in a lot of like musicals, is like the Greek chorus helping with the plot, and the fact that the Greek chorus is her actual like Greek sorority sister is amazing. 10 out of 10. And the fact that like she like actually talks to them, oh my, and like in the plot she's talking to herself basically, amazing. But I love Legally Blonde. The next is High School Musical, which I don't actually really remember. Where did I put it? Okay, great. I put it in 6, but I'm gonna move it to 7 because I don't remember seeing it. There you have it. Okay, Wicked is one of my top 5. Here's why Wicked is in my top 5. It's because Wicked was really the first show that I ever like fell in love with, and Wicked is the reason I'm as invested in musical theater as I currently am. So I don't feel like I could ever say it's not one of my favorites because it set me on the course that I'm on. Next is a show called Alice. I don't remember it. I couldn't tell you what it was about. It's a version of Alice in Wonderland, I think, but I don't know the plot at all. Don't remember it. School of Rock. So I enjoyed it. I'm gonna put it in Still Think About It. The thing that I think about the most from it is there was like a real classic rock song that was in the musical and my mom started singing along to it. But School of Rock is a nice, like, it's just fun. It definitely, I think, has some emotional stuff and like all of that, but like at the end of the day, it's really just a fun musical. The next one is The Tempest. I wrote that as still good, but I don't think I remember The Tempest, so forgot that show. I think there's a few. Okay, The Tempest, yeah. Romeo and Juliet, no memory. I do know Romeo and Juliet, so I'll move it up. It'll be like Would Watch again, probably, because I know the show. The Music Man. I saw my high school's production of this. Don't really remember it. I liked to support my high school theater program. Doesn't mean I remember all the shows. Next is a musical called Diner. It is the reason I have the Still Think About It, because I think about the musical Diner at least once a month. And part of it is because when I saw it at the Signature Theater. It was like a new show. It was like it had never existed before, and I cannot find the music for it anywhere. I don't always remember to look when I think about it, but whenever I think about it, I'm like, where is this show? I just want to listen to it because I really liked the music from it. Anyways, Newsies. I enjoy that show. I enjoy the show in general, and the movie. It's going in nice. Nice. Okay, Much Ado About Nothing. This is my favorite Shakespeare play, just so you know. And I like it enough that it's going in life-changing. Fun Home, I'm putting in Still Think About It, because I do still think about it. Next is Waitress, which I saw on Broadway and is one of my top 5. I cried 3 times during Waitress. I cried as soon as Jenna walked on stage. And then I cried at least 2 more times. This musical is everything to me. Next is Beauty and the Beast, which I think was the first show I ever saw professionally. I might be wrong. I think I was like 6. When I say I don't remember this show, I mean I remember the Beast's costume and being in the lobby. So I forgot the show. All right, next is Matilda, which life-changing. I don't want to explain it, so I'm not going to. I loved it. Next is Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat. Once again, I did an acronym. It was very good. What did I? 4. Yeah, nice. Okay, next is Peter and the Starcatcher, which is a version of Peter Pan. Pretty sure I've seen Peter Pan. Is that on my list? It's not, but I know I've seen it. It's gonna go in life-changing. I really enjoyed it. It's like the origin story of Peter Pan, and it was really good. I really liked the aesthetic of it. Annie, Get Your Gun, which I saw from my high school, and I'm putting it in still good. There you have it. Next is the Book of Mormon, which I liked. I went with my whole family. I'm gonna put it in still think about it. Next is Hairspray, which Hairspray, wah! Anyways, Hairspray is definitely a still think about it. There's this one song that's in the music, the live version that's not in the movie when they're in jail, and I loved it. I wish it was in the movie version, but it's not, and that's fine. I also my favorite song is Mama, I'm a Big Girl Now, and that is just kind of like a bonus song for the movie, whereas in the play, it kind of shows that 3 characters who are very different also have something in common in that they want their moms to treat them like adults. So next is Dreamgirls, which I feel like I wouldn't mind seeing this again because I think my opinions of it would change, but going off of my opinion from seeing it, it goes in nice. And then next is My Fair Lady, which I also saw in the round, but I don't remember a crazy amount about it. But I also am putting it in nice. Next is The Merchant of Venice. All right, so I'm gonna be really honest right now. Either The Merchant of Venice or The Tempest, I do actually think belong in 5, but I don't know which one it is because I vaguely remember one that I was like, this is good, and I can't remember which one it is. So in the end, me not being able to tell them apart is putting them both in 7. Is this recording? Because how sad would that be? I'm almost all the way through my list, and it would have been so sad if I just hadn't recorded up to this point. All right, the next one is Dear Evan Hansen, which is going in top 5. Here's the thing, I fully am aware and recognize and agree with a good portion of the criticisms of Dear Evan Hansen. However, listening to the music before I saw the show changed me as a person a little bit, and then seeing it on Broadway in person changed me again. Next is Annie. I also saw this on Broadway. It's gonna go in nice. Nice. Crazy for You. So we're gonna put it in would watch again probably. So next is 26th Annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, which this was my cousin's college production, and in all honesty is the biggest reason why I included college shows and high school shows. Is just this one, which goes in life-changing. Because it was. Next is Violet, which is about a girl who has a scar on her face and how she like deals with that, and it's going in nice. Okay, next is Lily's Purple Plastic Purse. I loved this book. I know I went and saw this with my dad for class in like kindergarten, so this might actually be my first professional show. I don't remember it. I remember being there with my dad, so it's a nice memory. I just don't remember the show, so it's going in 7. So I did indeed forget the show. The next one is Godspell, which I actually saw as a church production, and I like it a lot, but it's still good. Okay, next is Titanic, which was hauntingly beautiful. It was hauntingly beautiful, so it's going in still good. Next is an opera called The Elixir of Love. It's in like Italian, I think. L'Elixir d'Amore. I don't remember it. I saw it in college. 7, forgot the show. And then this is another one that I forgot. It's called Elegies. I legitimately, for this one and the opera, I legitimately forgot I had seen them. Like all the other ones and forgot the show, I remember seeing all of these. However, The Elixir of Love and Elegies, I didn't even know that I saw those until I was looking through all the ticket stubs I have, because that's how I figured it out. I like made this list. Didn't even know I saw it. Next is Willy Wonka. It's going in 6. And then last but not least, it's not in there, but I'm positive that I've seen Peter Pan. I saw it in high school, at a high school. I think I had like a theater class that was like, you have to go see a production of a show. And so my dad took me to the high school, like a different high school's Peter Pan. Anyways, would watch again, probably. Anyways, I've used up almost this entire pad of sticky notes. Makes me feel a little bad. Let's count how many shows I've seen. 53 shows. We did it. We sorted 53 shows. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and subscribe. If you want to get notified every time I post a new video, ring the notification bell. Links to my social media will be in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Peace, love, and buttercups. Fun fact, I also am recording this on the same day that I recorded my last video. And my throat hurt at the end of that, and now my throat is dying. I'm dying. What's the purpose of life? So hit me up, buddy babe. What? Buddy babe? Look. What? Are you joking? My camera has been zoomed in a little bit this entire time. How long has it been zoomed in? Is that why my head is always cut off? My world has just changed forever.